Welcome to Pygeen's BAST podcast with Arohi and Misha. Hello, Brainy Beans. Welcome back to the AST podcast, All Sci Talks. And as usual, I've got my overly curious little sister with me.
Excuse me? I'm not overly curious. I'm scientifically enthusiastic.
Anyways, today's story is dark, mysterious, and honestly, a bit disturbing. It's about a disease that made people laugh uncontrollably before they died.
Wait, what? People died laughing? You mean like when you try to dance and I can't breathe from laughing?
No, this was real. The disease was called Kuru, also known as the laughing death. And it was one of the strangest medical mysteries ever discovered. So, deep in the eastern highlands of Papua New Guinea lived the Fore tribe. For years, scientists noticed something bizarre happening there. Mostly women and children were suddenly losing control of their bodies.
Like fainting?
Worse. They'd start trembling, then lose balance, slur their speech. And eventually, they couldn't stop laughing. Not the happy kind. The creepy, involuntary kind.
Like those evil Joker laughs? 'Cause that's nightmare material.
Exactly. And what's scarier? It always ended in death.
Okay. So what was causing it? A virus? A curse? Evil mushrooms?
That's what the world wanted to know. For a long time, even doctors thought it was witchcraft. In the 1950s, some brave scientists like Dr. Carlton Gajdusek and Vincent Zigas went to the region to investigate. They noticed the disease seemed to spread only among people of the same tribe, not to outsiders.
So like, tribal membership subscription only?
Basically. That clue helped them realize it wasn't airborne, not a virus, not bacteria, something else.
Ooh, mysterious. Wait, what does Kuru even mean?
It means to shake in the local language, because of the uncontrollable tremors victims had. After years of observation, scientists discovered something shocking. The disease was spreading because of a funeral ritual.
Wait, what? What kind of funeral ritual spreads a disease?
In the Fore culture, when someone died, their family would cook and eat the person's body.
Excuse me? What?
Yep. But listen, they didn't do it because they were monsters. For them, it was an act of love and respect. They believed eating the body helped the spirit of the dead live on inside them.
I'd prefer to just keep a photo frame, thanks.
Same. But the problem was, when they ate the brain of someone who had Kuru, they were also eating the infectious agent inside that brain.
Wait, so something in the brain was causing all this?
Exactly. Scientists found that the disease was caused by something called a prion. Now, listen carefully. This part sounds like science fiction, but it's real.
Prion? Sounds like prawn. Please tell me it's not seafood again?
No. A prion is not a germ or virus. It's actually a protein. You know, proteins, those tiny molecules in our body that build muscles and help our cells work.
Yeah, the things gym bros talk about 24/7.
Exactly. Normally, proteins fold in a proper shape to do their job, but sometimes one protein folds the wrong way. That wrongly folded protein, a prion, becomes like a bad influence. It goes to other healthy proteins and forces them to misfold too.
So like a toxic friend molecule? One bad protein spoils the group?
Exactly. And when too many proteins misfold in your brain, they start forming holes and destroying brain tissue. That's why people with Kuru lost control of their body and emotions.
Okay, that's terrifying. Their own proteins basically turned against them.
To be sure, Dr. Gajdusek did an experiment. He injected brain material from Kuru patients into chimpanzees. After some months, the chimps started showing the same symptoms. That proved it wasn't magic. It was a biological infection caused by prions.
Wait, so they actually caught the laughing disease? That's wild!
Yeah, and thanks to this discovery, he even won a Nobel Prize in 1976. But more importantly, this solved one of medicine's biggest mysteries. Kuru didn't spread like other diseases. It took years to show symptoms. Sometimes even 10 to 15 years.
So, it was like a time bomb in your brain, just waiting to go off.
Exactly. That's why it kept spreading silently in families. They didn't realize it came from the ritual. Once the tribe stopped practicing cannibalism in the 1960s, Kuru slowly disappeared. But it remained one of the most fascinating diseases ever recorded. The Kuru case opened doors to discover other diseases caused by prions, like mad cow disease, when cows get infected and humans eat the meat, or Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease in humans, which also eats away the brain.
So basically, a small messed up protein can turn your brain into Swiss cheese?
Haha, yes, that's one way to say it. The brain literally gets holes in it. That's why prion diseases are also called spongiform diseases, because the brain starts looking like a sponge. You might think Kuru is ancient history, but it actually helped us understand modern diseases. Scientists today believe that Alzheimer's and Parkinson's might have similar protein misfolding happening, just much slower and less deadly.
So wait, this creepy zombie protein helped modern medicine?
Yep. Studying Kuru helped scientists understand how brain cells die and how to prevent it. So, even though it was tragic, it led to life-saving discoveries.
So to sum it up, people died laughing because of zombie proteins that spread by love meals.
Pretty much. Science can be dark sometimes.
Got it. But hey, at least now I can say, I'm dying laughing and mean it scientifically.
Okay, brainy beans. That's all for today's All Sci Talks podcast. Remember, science isn't just formulas and microscopes. It's full of mysteries, mistakes, and mind-blowing stories like this one.
And moral of the story, next time someone says, you are what you eat, maybe don't.
Perfect ending. See you next time, BB. For more science podcast summaries and facts, subscribe now.